Also with us is West Virginia's Attorney General, J.B. McCuskey. Mr. Attorney General, we appreciate you taking the time this afternoon. First of all, the fact that this is being called a targeted shooting, and we know there are, I believe, about 160 members of the West Virginia National Guard still in Washington, D.C. How are you sitting with that information in this moment?
I am enraged, if I'm being completely honest. And I think one of the things that should be noted here is that all 160 of those Guards member who were in DC today had volunteered their time over the Thanksgiving holiday to help complete this mission. And something about West Virginia that most people don't know is that we have the highest per capita military involvement of any state in the country. And we have a long history of men and women willing to stand up for our country and serve our country. And so what this perpetrator needs to understand is that he has attacked two of the bravest people in this country that come from the bravest state in this country. And I can assure you that the governor and I will leave no stone unturned to ensure that justice is served swiftly to the person who perpetrated this attack.
Do you have any sense of where these guardsmen may be from?
I don't have a sense of where these guardsmen are from, but we do know that, the West Virginia border is right there next to DC. And so there would be a fairly significant likelihood that these guardsmen would have been deployed from the Eastern Panhandle and potentially not very far from their home.
As I know from, frankly, covering far too many events from our experts, the initial information can often turn out to be wrong. We saw the governor actually walking back his initial post that the two guardsmen had died. A sigh of relief for many people as they learned that they were, in fact, not dead. We do know that they are in critical condition. Can you just give us a sense of how this information is unfolding for you and for other folks in your state in terms of how you're able to be getting updates in what is clearly a very fluid situation?
Yes. So as the lawyer for the people of West Virginia and the lawyer for our state's government, I'm very leery of new information. So I'm trying to absorb as much as I can, process that, and ensure that all the actions that we're taking are based on real actionable intel. The governor is doing the exact same thing. I'm certain that the information that he acted upon was as good as it could have been at the time. We're blessed to have a wonderful governor here in West Virginia, and this is a real hard time, and it's a time I think that every American should be praying for our country and praying for these families.
As we just learned, the two guardsmen, as far as we know, are in critical condition. Do you have any more information on their state, potentially even on their injuries?
I do not have any further information that I can share with you, but what I can tell you is that there's an army of people here in West Virginia that are praying for their recovery, and we're hoping for a Thanksgiving miracle.
And have you been able to be in contact with their families at all?
I have not been able to be in contact with their families. I spend a lot of time with Guards members here in Charleston, and I've been in contact with a myriad of my Guard friends, and I've reached out to the TAG here in West Virginia, and I can assure you the resolve is steely.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth just a short time ago said that the president is requesting an additional 500 National Guard troops be deployed to Washington, D.C. Do you believe that's the right response in this moment?
Yeah, it's not my job to judge the response from the president. He is the commander in chief. If he believes that is the best way to keep our nation's capital and our service members that are serving there safe, then we will defend his actions.
If an additional 500 were deployed, do you know what the chances would be in terms of how many could potentially be from West Virginia?
I don't know how many would be from West Virginia, but I do know that there are Guards, men and women here in West Virginia that would jump at the chance to try to secure a city where two of their own have been brazenly ambushed and attacked in broad daylight, merely blocks from the White House, in a city where every American is supposed to be able to feel safe to come to and to do the business of the government. And that is a crucial, incredibly crucial mission. And the folks here in West Virginia, when asked to serve, will serve, and they'll serve in the way that their commander-in-chief asked them to.
As we just learned in the press conference, the mayor said that she had briefed Attorney General Pam Bondi. She said that when she spoke with the Attorney General, she was actually on the phone with the president. And also this would be given their complete attention. We, of course, heard very strong words from the director of the FBI there. How can, if at all, how could your state help? Kash Patel, of course, noting this is, all hands on deck, that all agencies are working together.
Yeah, I think we will respond in whatever way it is that we are asked. But I think crucially and most importantly right now, what needs to happen is that every West Virginian, all 1.8 million of us and every single American needs to be praying for these two families. And we need to really be taking a long look at where we are in a country where somebody would ambush two service members in our nation's capital in broad daylight in what appears to be a targeted attack. And these two service members' lives will not be forgotten. Hopefully they will get to be with us for a long time longer. But this attack is something that will be remembered for a very long time.
It is an important message, certainly on this eve of Thanksgiving as well. Attorney General J.B. McCuskey, thank you for your time, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your thoughts and prayers, and to everybody out there, thank you.